Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Registered Ranching Podcast, where cows, humor, and a little bit of cowboy wisdom collide. I'm Tucker Brown, sharing stories from the ranch and a TikTok every now and then. We're here to keep the ranch in the family and the family in the ranch. So, let's saddle up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Registered Ranching Podcast. Live and on location. Well, you're not hearing it live, but we're in Throckmorton, Texas. We're back. Mike and I got to do our last podcast in the middle of a bloomer trailer, which was a first for me. But we have I feel like I need some like low music for this, but the winners of the Best of the West Ranch Rodeo in Fort Worth that was just held, they just got back today. I do have some clapping, but Lanham Brown, Myles Brown, and Nikki Gurin, congratulations on the dub, and welcome back to the podcast. All three of you have been on before.
Yes, sir.
Glad
to be here.
Y'all can talk now. Just coming off a win of the Ranch Rodeo, and back to back. Is that right?
Back to back. Yes, sir. Two-peat.
And we've had who was top hand and top horse? Myles, I forget. I know it wasn't us, but who was it?
Cooper McCleskey.
Get in there. Get in that mic.
Cooper McCleskey was top horse, and Chance Campbell was top hand from Tool Ranch.
From the Tool Ranch.
He also has a horse consigned to ourselves.
Hey, y'all are going to have to get in that microphone. Carry it.
No.
Say it again.
Chance Campbell was also top hand. He was top hand, but he also has a horse consigned to ourselves here.
In the Ranchers Rendezvous.
Yes, in March.
Even when we lose, we win.
Is it that horse?
No, he won top.
He won top hand.
Top
Yeah,
hand.
okay. So the top hand has a horse in the Ranchers Rendezvous.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let's start out at Fort Worth. I mean, tell me about the win. I know you won the second night, not the first night. Tell me about it.
Well, like Myles said, felt like a lot of losses in one win, but our bronc rider did real good. Jack Kissel spurred 2 broncs. He's a sticky little guy. And Miles' wife, Jaylee, ran the barrels for us and won both nights. That was pretty clutch for us, to be honest. So,
Is she the first barrel racer to win Fort Worth that is pregnant?
The way that rodeo runs, it's a little different than a lot of them, and so the way they disperse the money in each individual event, it does you a lot of good to win individual events, and it doesn't hurt you all that bad to get a no time. And so you just kind of have to go at go rounds. And second night we won 2 go rounds, and we were second in another one, and it added up as a close enough race that it all worked out.
Put you to the top.
Yeah, it was close. I think by $200.
By 200. Yeah, they do that by money, whereas some might do it by points.
Yep, exactly.
Is that right? But it's not a WRCA.
Correct.
How do you practice for a ranch rodeo?
Well, you got a guy like Nick that just lives it every day, and so he really doesn't have to practice. The rest of us rope some.
Yeah.
it's like an abuse being around these guys all the time. Feels like.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you just try to set it up, the situations the best you can, and you can't do everything. You don't want to put a big old wet cow out there and try to milk her too many times in a row. But the things you can practice, you try to.
And did they have, what were the events? So we've talked about the bronc riding, barrel racing. One of the few ranch rodeos with barrel racing.
The only one I know of. Yeah.
Interesting addition.
Yeah.
Double mugging, ranch doctrine, cow milking,
Sorting,
sorting.
bronc
barrel
riding, barrel racing.
That Fort Worth Ranch Rodeo's changed a lot. I mean, turned it into a show, getting into Dickey's Arena, run it pretty fast. Has it changed for opponents, for competitors?
Just a fun fact. we were the first ones to ever make a run out of the box in the Dickies Arena the first year it opened. Because we're the first weekend of the Ranch Rodeo.
Yeah.
Of the stock show. And
You have that above your bed.
surprisingly,
above your mantle.
I didn't miss, and pretty certain we won the mugging.
Yeah, unlike, we did not win the mugging.
No.
Mugging was rough. Yeah, this is my 12th consecutive year at the Fort Worth Stock Show and Ranch Rodeo. And so it's changed a lot. Point system's changed. They added the barrel racing, moving to the Dickies. Seems like the cattle just keep getting bigger and stronger, faster. But
It's not you changing, though.
no, no.
They also
no.
changed the format in the sense that there's 6 teams in it every year, and the bottom 3 are kicked out the following year, and there's a pool of teams that they draw from. And so to come be guaranteed a spot the next year, you got to be top 3.
Yeah, that's unique. And I like that. I mean, I probably like it because y'all have gotten in the top 3 since they've made that change. But, yeah, pretty different.
For sure.
If our teeth look white, it's because we used all the skin off of them a
Is
couple
that
of
right?
times.
Just barely get in there.
Yeah, there was a comment on the Facebook page that I saw that it said, thank goodness for the bronc rider and for the barrel racer to help y'all win. And he said, because the bruises from the mugging may last as long as the trophy that you get for winning the whole thing. It sounded like it was pretty rough.
It was rough. Yeah, those cattle were rank, and RA and I did the best we could, which apparently wasn't all that good. But the barrel racing was incredible. My wife, Jaylee, she's not a barrel racer at all, but she's put some work in and has trained this horse to run barrels. This is just his and her 3rd year to do it, and each year it's just gotten a little better, and they kind of got it together.
Kind of know what they're
This
doing
rodeo,
now.
yeah, they won both goes, and she had a really good run the second night. And she said that barrel racing buckle is she's probably more proud of that buckle than any she's won in the cutting. And I don't know if that'll wear off or not, but she was pretty fired up.
I'll be dang.
So,
Go Jaylee.
yeah, and did it pregnant.
Oh yeah. So what did you get on for winning it? I've seen a couple pictures of some buckles. What else? What else you bring home?
Just buckles this year. Last year,
Buckles
and a
cash?
trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year we had a little better luck and won quite a few trinkets, some bridles, 2 bridles and some spurs each, I think, and then buckles and 2 trailers. But the buckles are really neat. Kind of a smaller, ornate style. They're really cool buckles, I think. So my wife's excited to have a second one. She gets to put it on her belt now.
I saw that picture too, or that story she put up. Nick, you do a lot of rodeo as well as these ranch rodeos. Is there one that you enjoy more, or is it just that much different?
Are you talking about traditional rodeo versus ranch rodeo, or just
Yeah.
ranch rodeos?
No, just from traditional rodeos to ranch rodeos.
Yeah, well, just since being on this team the last couple years, we don't go to a ton of them. These guys are busy with the cow horse during the summertime, and we don't go to a ton of ranch rodeos. But both the ones we go to every year, this one in Fort Worth and then in Wichita Falls, those are both just really neat rodeos that have a lot of tradition and a lot of, I guess, community support behind them. And it's pretty cool to be able to go to a ranch rodeo and do those kind of events in front of a crowd like that in a place like the Dickies. I mean, it's just a pretty rare experience. So, those are both just have been a blast for me to be able to be a part of. Yeah, I rodeoed a little bit growing up and stuff, and I've gone to some rodeos the last few years. I don't go to a ton, but like Pendleton and Cheyenne are both really cool rodeos. I don't know how it's kind of like comparing apples to oranges, but I don't know.
some of
Just
the
the rodeo
coolest-
atmosphere in general is a lot of people behind what it means, what the rodeo values are, and so It's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are two of the coolest rodeos
Yeah,
in the nation,
for sure.
probably.
Yeah.
I hadn't made it to Cheyenne yet. Plan on going this year, though.
It's a little closer in Pendleton.
To you or for me?
Well, for you, yeah.
For me. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
So do you think to all three of you, do you think that the ranch rodeos, I mean, we only do 2 ranch rodeos. There's a lot of ranches that will do a lot of ranch rodeos. I mean, with Haskell, maybe 3. That's just a time where you're not here. But is there any other ones I'm missing?
WRCA finals when we make it.
Well, yeah. To make the finals, yeah. That adds
But
another
here,
one.
the last couple of years, we've just done Fort Worth and Wichita, and if we qualify to go to Amarillo, we'll go to that one too. But we're all spread out and you know, busy schedules, and it's just hard to get everybody together. Much more
For those
than
different
that.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of places that I feel like we used to do a little more, but maybe the cow horse, or y'all traveling to do that has changed that in a good way.
Yep.
One thing that makes the ranch rodeo unique is that you have, 5 or 6 guys on one team. So yeah, it's just the camaraderie is really neat. To get everybody together in one spot sometimes is a little bit difficult, but it feels a lot like the, what the ranching culture, why rodeo started in the first place.
In the ranch rodeo.
In the ranch rodeos, yeah.
Do you think the ranch rodeos help sell your horses? Market your horses or the ranch, or is it just straight competition?
I sure think it does. Anytime you can get in the public spotlight, like he's talking about being in the Dickies and it's a sold out arena, I mean, you're getting a lot of eyes on your horses and your program, and if you present a good picture, I think it's good. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty neat to see how horses can react to different situations. And one thing about a ranch rodeo is they get in a lot of situations, And if that horse can look good in that environment, odds are it's a pretty good horse because it's a high pressure, high volume situation in there. And the first time you go to ranch rodeo on a horse, there's a certain level of dread and excitement because you really don't know. It's kind of like the fraternity a little bit. You really don't know. I mean, you think you know your horse till, he has a big adrenaline dump in the first event and blows his mind. But
Yeah, Lanham had me on. I mean, I was used to Snapchat being, and he gets at San Antonio, it's 14,000 people and loud, and that's as hyped as he'll get. But then I get on call and at WRCA, and he's a little more. How would you describe him?
in the bridle.
A little more.
A little higher strung.
He is a little higher strung, and most horses are probably compared to Snap. But that arena adds a lot to those horses, especially whenever there's loud music and lights. And I wouldn't say that's not necessarily in the cutting events.
Yeah, it's just different. I mean, anytime you put a stopwatch,
Yeah,
use a stopwatch versus a judged event, that the horses feel it. I mean, obviously, but timed events have a negative effect on how things look. I mean, they're not going to be as pretty if it's going to be fast, and so that's where you see the big change in horses, and that's what's so fun for us is jumping back and forth between timed events and judged events. It helps us have a good blend of not making things too pretty, but making them efficient. And then hopefully while making them fast, at times they can still be pretty. That's what we hope for. And at times do successfully, and sometimes we don't do it this successfully.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really fun. Like my wife coming from the cutting, then going to the barrels, it's a whole nother type of fun for her because she's always been about what it looked like. Barrel racing, it's just a horse race,
how fast?
How fast can you go? And so it's a whole nother challenge. I mean, who doesn't like to do something new,
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, fair. The all of this leading up, and you're at Lanham, you already mentioned it. All of this kind of leading up to the March sale. that we have, the Ranchers Rendezvous 3.0. But is it the 4th year we've had the sale? Or is it the 3rd?
Third.
I know it's the 3.0, but I thought we did it one other.
We had a fall sale. It's the first time we've had it
Okay,
or third time we've had it in the spring.
that's right. Okay. Yeah, all of that leading up to the Ranchers Rendezvous on March 9th and 10th. Second Monday, Tuesday of March, along with the bull sale on Wednesday. And Lanham, you already mentioned it, Myles, maybe, that Tool Ranch, it's more than just R.A. Brown Ranch horses, but family and friends that meet the quality of the specs that we want. And then how many horses is it, Lanham?
We're going to have 35-ish horses and then 2 ponies.
35 horses and 2 ponies. And the list of those, what are some of those other programs?
Yeah, just to name a few, I mean, we have Bonds Ranch, Drummond's, Stewart Ranch, Sarco Creek, Cogdal's, Singleton's, Durrett's. There's quite a few programs that have been doing this for a long time and have respected programs that bring good products to present to the public. And then, we've got some other individuals that are known for making good horses and always show up on a good one that, we hope to bring a wide variety of horses that fit a lot of different places. And so I think we've put together a really nice set of horses for this March sale.
And then some of our individuals, like Slick Robinson, I mean, he does such a tremendous job of having horses that fit so many people. He always rides a pretty horse you can trust, and he's got two of them in the sale this year. And we're just we're pleased to have people like Slick and Kelsey Thomas and Waylon Davis and Chase Trahern has done such a good job, and Dustin Mills, and of bringing us good horses the previous years. And I think we're just gaining ground, trying to make it better, have better horses, and everybody's program continues to get better. And we're excited that we think this sale is good, and we think we're going to continue to make it better.
Yeah, it's only the 3rd time, and it felt like between 1 and 2 that whether it was the momentum or just the feel of getting the first one out of the way, it felt like the second one was better attended, that we kind of had our horses in line, maybe some different programs that fit ours in there. What do you think the difference was between that first and second one?
I think that word got out that it's a fun event to go to. The food's good, the conversations are good, the people that show up from all over, a lot of like-minded people gathering in the same spot, and so you can get a lot of business done. You can see a lot of people that do the same thing that you do at this event, and kind of like I mentioned earlier, there's such a wide variety of horses. I mean, we've got some brood mares, we've got a handful of 2-year-olds, we've got 3- and 4-year-old prospects, some that have been shown already, some that are potential big-time show prospects. Then we've got some horses that are going to make nice ranch geldings. We've got already made ranch geldings. We've got some yearlings, and then the ponies for the grandkids. So, like I said, we kind of cover all aspects. Rope horse prospects, that are Regatta Buckle eligible and enrolled, and then straight cutting bloodlines, some cow horse bloodlines. There's a little bit of everything in here, from a pedigree standpoint and a age and whatever else you want to say. But what are some of the studs we're talking about that we have sired in here?
We're represented by what we feel like are the best studs in the industry. I mean, we've got Metallic Cat, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Once in a Blue Boon, Gonna Trash Ya, WR This Cat Smart. Then, some junior sires that are really hot, Scooter Cat, Metallic's MVP, MC Cowhammer, Here Comes the Boon. We've got check your
Hazardous
metal,
material.
hazardous material. I mean, both junior and senior sires in the cutting and the cow horse, and then we've got take a pick foals, for more of the ranch or versatility type deal. I mean, we've got a very diverse group of horses, and I think that's what has been a big part of our success is staying diverse, and we feel really pleased with the group of studs that are represented here. Where the people trusting us with these horses to put in our sale, it's we're very grateful for it.
And speaking of studs, we've got 2 studs in this sale.
That's
One
right.
being a 3-year-old that is showing a lot of promise as a cow horse. Or he's big and strong enough to go the rope horse route, but big, strong Stevie Ray Vaughan 3-year-old that you're riding through.
Yep. And then we've got an 8-year-old metallic cat son that's in the bridle and good in the team roping and an all-around type horse,
Make somebody a very nice ranch stud or whatever else you want to do with it.
That's right.
What you got, Nick? You just got a little grin over there now.
No, that was good. That was all good. Putting on an event like this, it just, you don't realize what goes into it. And like he said, to have diversity, to not offer, one avenue of horses. There's something for everybody. It's an event for the whole family. Everybody can come enjoy the horse show. There's stuff for the kids, ponies for the kids. So it just, back to what you were saying about the difference between the first year and last year, just it takes some time to, figure out how to produce an event like that for the public to come and enjoy. You don't realize how much it takes to plan something like that until you're a part of it, I guess.
And there's not really a lot of events like this one. Having the horse show with it, having the different competitions within the event, the finals on the next day, all the food.
The clinic.
The clinic. Chris
clinic.
and Sarah Dawson this year.
And what day is that? That's on
That's on Tuesday the 10th.
the 10th.
Yeah, Chris and Sarah Dawson, 2 very respected cow horse trainers and some of the best there is to do the fence work. And so that's kind of what they're going to be demonstrating. And I think there's a lot to be learned. It's a free demonstration for whoever wants to come watch. I think it'll be entertaining and very educational as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any interest in showing cow horses or ranch horses, in my opinion, Chris and Sarah Dawson probably have the best fence work program, longevity-wise. Their horses have been so consistent about that good blend of reading the cow and being cowy and being broke. And, if you have any interest in showing horses, you need to come see this because you're going to get to look inside their program, working young horses, green horses, some older horses, and talk about position control, run, and rate, and just I think a lot of times for people just getting started that fence work needs to have this, it's a little bit scary and you're intimidated. Chris and Sarah, they're so good at it. It looks like they ride in there like they're going to go trot across the road and get the mail or something. I mean, they're so relaxed because they're so confident in their program. And it's really neat to watch it work. And, when we had Clayton Edsel come do the colt start demonstration, I thought that was so good. And then we had Corey Pounds and Winston Hansman last year do the cutting demonstration, and I love that. I think this is going to be the best one we've had, and I'm not sure how we're going to top it. I think it's going to be so informative and eye-opening for people that are interested in showing horses.
Yeah, I think you did it.
I think we're going to have them mic'd up. We're going to try to have them mic'd up, and so they can talk their way through what they're thinking while they're working that cow, and so you'll be able to tap in to see what the thought process of the best is when you step up to work a cow or when they get put in certain situations. I think it'll be, I don't know how much we'll be able to get out of Sarah, but I bet Chris will be talking.
We'll visit with you. Yeah. Chris will visit with you. You know, I think probably if I was to guess, what we're going to see out of this is the patience they have with the young horse and not being offended when a young horse does the wrong thing. And then when that horse knows that you're there for them to help them, not just pick at them or punish them when they're wrong. That's how they get that confidence, and that's what it's all about. Is your horse being confident. So I'm really excited about that. So even if you don't need a horse, just come hang out with us, meet some new people, and come enjoy the atmosphere, because that's what we have. Like Lanham said, we have a really good group of like-minded people, but we're all like-minded, but there's a lot of diversity from just a rancher to horse trainers to team ropers to, anybody, just people that love the Western lifestyle. But it's a good melting pot of different backgrounds that all have the same kind of values, and that's what's so fun about it to me.
Yeah, and I mean, we're listening. Y'all both have won the non-pro snaffle bit futurity. I want to say that it's not only just for those who have won buckles. It's for those that are just beginning as well, whether it's competing, buying, or coming to be a part of, learn from this demonstration.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's going to be, I think this is going to gather interest from anybody is just thinking about doing it, to starting to, even top professionals that have been doing it a long time. I think it's going to gather a lot of interest.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime, even if you don't have the interest in showing, if you appreciate somebody that does something that's really hard and makes it look easy, you need to come watch this, because that explains the Dawson's fence work program. They do things that are really hard and they make it look easy. That's how good they are at it. And
That's kind of the opposite of y'all last night.
Kind of the opposite of y'all last night, making it look easy.
yeah, we made it look hard, even though it was really easy for us. Yeah.
Kind of like hollering off. Sometimes that's hard too.
Yeah.
Well, the horse show, just in 3 years has come, and the sale has just come a long way. But it's not a consignment sale. It is, am I saying that right?
Invitational.
Invitational.
Yep.
To get enough horses of the right caliber.
And the right individuals as far as, horse and rider, along with the background of the programs and ranches that are involved.
Yeah, great point. And then you can stay and you can buy a bull.
You can stay and buy a bull or a female.
Yeah, or cow. Or a bred
Oh,
heifer.
Yeah.
Or just eat the food. Or heckle Kelly Brown about her holler off after y'all won.
And we'll also have, vendors set up of a lot of the
good
products that we use.
Good point.
Are going to set up booths, and so it's a chance for them to meet these vendors that we use and products that we stand behind, that we believe in, to come visit with them and explore options, whether that's feed companies or dealerships or huge trailers. It's a big one. There's going to be a lot of neat things to see. It won't be a boring day, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. If there was only one day that someone could make it, what day would you pick?
Tuesday.
The Tuesday.
Yep.
With the clinic, with the
Saddle
finals.
runoff.
Saddle runoff for the horse show. The sale demonstration, we demonstrate those horses. Calcutta for the saddle runoff.
Sell the horses.
The sale itself. And then, like I talked about, all our vendors, the meals. There's going to be something happening all the time.
Mm-hmm. You going to be playing in the sand pile any?
Just the big one.
Just you and your pony, huh?
Yeah.
So about 35 horses. And that sale, when does that whole event start on that Tuesday?
I'm guessing it's going to start about 9 a.m.
With the demonstration? Or
Yes.
with the demonstration. The
Clinic.
clinic. And then
Excuse
we'll
me.
go into it's going to start at 9 a.m. with our clinic, Chris and Sarah.
Free clinic.
And then we'll get into
What do you got there? Is that the schedule?
This is last year's. Go ahead, Miles.
Yeah, so we have a complimentary clinic demonstration. You know, it's not we'll take some questions there at the end, hopefully, if our time runs off correctly. But really, it's just more of it's a clinic, but it's a demonstration of their program. And then once we get in that, then we'll go to the sale horse preview, and we'll demonstrate all those horses that are in the sale. You get to see them.
and they'll be doing cutting, reining,
Roping,
whatever you kind of want to show.
whatever that horse can do, we're set up to where we can show it.
Yeah.
And so, back to the diversity in the sale, there's a lot of different things that are gonna go on because we have a lot of different horses that can do a lot of different things, and yeah, we're excited about it.
Okay, so
Then we have lunch from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., a free lunch, and it's always good. Then we'll have the Calcutta and the saddle shootout following that. And then last year at 4 o'clock, we started the RAB Ranch Family and Friends horse sale, and we sold them, and it went good. Then we have dinner when it's over, and some drinks and some good fellowship.
yeah, and you can find all that info on the website, rabrownranch.com. So if you had a few horses that you are, I don't know, watching for this horse sale,
You have a favorite in it.
besides, yeah, I mean, I'm selling one, lot number 2, Trump, one of my grays. He's one of the best horses in the sale, okay? He's probably going to sell better than any of you, okay? I mean, yours are great, but wow, Trump, wow, he's great.
Never been better. Never seen a better gray. I can't do the hand motions, but
You just put the hands right here, okay? Listen.
it'll be amazing, unbelievable. Never been better.
Yeah. Yeah, lot 2 is going to be my gelding that I've rode for several years, and
Have you
ranch
said his
gelding.
name?
What's that?
Trump. Have you said his name?
Trump, maybe once or twice. Yeah, yeah. You can check. You can see him on all of my videos. Obviously, he's going to be my favorite in the horse sale. But Lanham, what you got?
I don't even
You can go
really,
3. You can
I
go
don't even
3.
really know where to start. I don't know if I can narrow it down to 3 just because we're talking about so many different kinds of horses. It's not, there may be a ranch
I just
gelding
like
that I
all
like
of
the
them.
best, and there may be a prospect or a rope horse. I mean, I don't know. I think the Stevie Ray Vaughan that Myles is riding through, the 3-year-old, is a great prospect. And then as far as futurity or roping, I really like that horse. There's a couple of 4-year-olds in there that have been shown, that were shown at the Snaffle Bit, some finalists that you could take and go show. Versatility, stay in the cow horse, take them to the roping pen. There's a brood, we've got a metallic cap brood mare in here that's been a good mare for us. That's actually a full sister to Miss Scarlet's Cat, the good mare of Myles, that produced his futurity champion this year. And so I think she's 13 or 14 this year, and got a lot of years to produce some nice colts. And that's some very good genetics, breeding genetics that you could get your hands on to enhance a lot of programs.
And she's carrying a
She's
scooter.
she's bred.
She's
to,
bred to Scooter Cat. Yeah,
Yeah.
and she produced the Play Gun stud that sold last year. Was the second high seller in the sale. It's an opportunity to have some breeding stock. That could kind of change your program.
Yeah, and she's carrying a full brother in blood to Painted Shadows, who I think is probably the best horse I've ever rode. I mean,
Shameless
a
plug.
full brother in blood, and
I said shameless plug.
a shameless
Check 'em
plug.
out.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. I mean, that's pretty neat to be selling. In my mind, the upside of that is huge. I mean, I think if things go right, we never know. There's no guarantees in the horse deal, but that excites me just think about it.
Yeah, to have a successful horse sale like this, you have to sell quality stock, to let the public, or, have some opportunities for people to invest in some things. And so to have an opportunity like that, a mare like that, some other, really nice horses, it's just, back just like the consigners, the individual consigners and all that stuff. The families and the history behind all the ranches that are bringing horses here. But then to produce a sale with the cream of the crop, you have, to, kind of hand select some more from around that are horses that you've seen. And these two, for the most part, know them and trust them. And, it's just a good opportunity, I guess.
Yeah, we also have a 5-year-old Stevie Ray Vaughan filly that Tim Drummond from Drummond Land and Cattle consigned with us, that Kaylee Wilson, who's a very good hand and cow horse trainer that moved down to Texas from Canada, has been here a few years, been very successful. He's going to bring to the sale that's ready to go show, has been shown, nice horse. If you want to come buy one and go start showing, we even have horses that are ready to go show. And then we have prospects for the snaffle bit futurity. We have prospects for the rope horse futurities. And then we also have prospects of just, hey, this is a horse to add to your quality of life, just something to go take home for the family to use and enjoy for years to come.
Yep. And several in here that, are good stock horse of Texas horses, versatility type, or cow horses, and some older, some younger, but there's a good variety. We keep saying that over and over again, and it's it's just what we've got.
Where do you see this event in 5 years?
Well, when we started, we made the commitment that, hey, we're going to do it for 5 years, guys. We're going to try hard to do it for 5 years, and this will be the third year. It's funny how much different this third one's going to end up being from the first one, and it's hard to say. The place I see it going in 5 years is just up. I think it's going to continue, and I think we need to be careful. We have so many people that want to be a part of the sale, but we have to be careful to keep it small enough to where we can control the quality. That's what's so crucial about this sale is there's other sales you could go to and look through hundreds of horses and try and find the prospect that fits you. But we handpick these and put them in the sale, and we believe in these programs that they're coming out of, and so we'll stand behind these horses. You can feel confident that if something's not right, we'll make it right. And I think that's the difference in the sale. And if you'll do the right thing, even when it's not convenient, things continue to get better for you. And I think our family is just proof of that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat having. Part of the change I've seen. I've been a part of, so many of the bull sales, so many of the horse sales growing up here, and then away for 5 years of college. But then the rest of the time, I've been at every sale that we've had, and so watching our generation become much more a part of the event that we've had has been really fun for me, because it was just me and the crew and the bulls. And so as far as the next generation, it was Lanham and I. Not that y'all weren't a part, because y'all were buying bulls, right? But prepping and preparing for it, it has been really fun for me to have. How many did we have in the meeting the other day? Is there 15 of us? Not all in our generation, but it is cool that this is kind of becoming the sixth generation's project. Would you agree, disagree?
Yeah, I think so. It took you 5 years to get through college?
Put all 4 years into 5.
Jeez. Anyway.
No, I had to do some upper education. Yeah, I think that's been cool for me. Anything else real on the horses before I take y'all to one of my favorite segments?
Just come check it out. I mean, even just for the entertainment value and to meet somebody new or just the enjoyment of being around nice horses, come check it out. And we'd love to have you, love to meet you, love to visit with you, and we're committed to trying to put on the best sale that we can, and we're doing it as a family, and working as a large group, and especially working as a family. It's not the easiest thing to do, but we make the decision to get along, and we make the decision to do business together because we want to, because we all love each other and respect each other. Everybody has their own strong points. Everybody has their own weak points, and we choose to work together and put this on. And I'm really proud of the family for coming together and doing this. It's not an easy event to do, but it's worthwhile,
Well, we're still going to talk about the event, but I've got a couple different segments here. We're going to start with this one brought to you by Fenolio boots. All right, Fenolio boots are the ones I like to wear. You can go to both stores, one in the Stockyards, one in Nocona, or go online and either tell them I sent you or use discount code Tucker Brown, all caps, no space, and you'll get a 15% discount on that puppy. So check them out in the Stockyards if you're going to be in Fort Worth during this while it's going on. Anyway, speaking of Fenolio boots, what would you give the boot when it comes to, I'll leave it open for you. Ranch rodeo, showing horses, or the horse sale. What would you give the boot? What would you get rid of? What do you not like out of those things? Might be a hot take. Myles might have one. I can see the wheels turning over there.
No comment.
Yeah, that horse sale, I think.
You get that.
What are we like on minute 35 of plugging this horse sale? I think it takes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Not one of those. You don't have to give one of those three. But I'm saying a part of those things.
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
would you get rid of having to deal with bringing in?
Probably that double mugging.
I'd get rid of that double mugging.
Okay,
Hey, from where I was sitting,
For the birds.
from where I was sitting this year, it was all right.
Lanham
but
really likes that event. He watched it from behind the bucking chute, saddling somebody else's bronc.
Oh,
Yep. Yeah. Sorry. What a part of one of those three events? I didn't just want to say what would you get rid of in the horse sale. Yeah. What part of those events? And I'll leave that open, and you can pick something in one of those events that you'd give the boot.
Double mugging, raining,
The lead changes in the raining.
yeah,
They could go away.
and
Yeah.
cold, windy mornings on the sail. We've
Yeah.
had one of those. Most of the time, the weather's pretty good.
It is.
and rain.
Yeah, and rain. Yep. Yeah, we had to bring in a helicopter to hover over the arena to dry it out last year. That's
That
how
was
committed
quite
we are to this.
Boy, that was quite the commitment. Yeah, bringing in a helicopter.
Yep.
Myles
And
doing donuts in the arena,
and it worked.
and it worked.
It worked. That was
Yeah.
what was real neat about it. Yeah, canceling an event like this we hope we never have to do it because it's so complicated. Everything builds to this date, and so we hung in there and we drained a lot of water out of that arena and hovered that helicopter and plowed and man, by the time it was needed to be good, that ground was good. And and that's another thing as far as coming to the horse show. If you want to come show ranch horses, this is as good a place to do it as any. The ground's good, cattle are good, cattle crew, real good.
You know any of them?
Well, few. So yeah. As far as what would you get rid of, Nick, in one of those three?
I'll second.
Hold on.
Yeah, get in.
I said
there.
I'll second the lead changes for sure. I don't know. Yeah. No, last year.
No, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Cow milking.
Cow milking. It's funny. The crowd's favorite events are oftentimes the
The ones that we hate.
ones that make you just. Ugh. But I don't know.
That'd be it for you, huh?
Yep.
All right, that one brought to you by Fenolio Boots. Check them out. Try them out. I love them. Now to one of my favorite segments of the podcast. It's called the Ag Gear Hot Seat. Y'all wore some Ag Gear this weekend, and you loved it. And if you say anything bad about it, I'll just cut it, so you don't get to see it. Yeah, close that shirt. But the Ag Gear Hot Seat, so I open it up to my social media for people to ask y'all questions. So we have some questions from the audience, and a lot of it, some of it's off the wall, some of it's just about the horses. But we talked a lot today about good horses. So what does good horse mean? And that's going to be different probably for all three of you. But when you say a good horse, what's it mean?
A good-natured horse, probably first and foremost.
Get in that mic.
A good-natured horse, first and foremost, you know. I mean, they have to have a brain, and then, you know, they need to be sound. If they don't have a good brain and they're not sound, anything else that they do is somewhat irrelevant. So they need to have a good brain. They need to be sound. Then you want them to be a superior athlete, you know, with superior intelligence, which ties back in the brain, obviously. But, you know, a good brain can mean a gentle disposition for some, and it can be a real intelligent working a cow on others. And so that's what's kind of interesting is with the diversity in the sale, there's a lot of good horses, and a lot of them are good in different ways. And
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah, I think to me, it's a horse. I mean, it's
Because you and I have different
Similar
opinions on what a good
what-
horse is.
yeah, probably.
Because when you say, you can have this one, he's no good. I'm like, to me, he's pretty great.
Kind of going off.
You just got to remember, Lanham doesn't have any feel, so he lets a lot of them slip through there.
So similar
Emotional
to
damage.
what Myles was saying. To me, a good horse is one that all those things he said, and kind of expanding more on that brain, is, you know, a horse that will get you out of binds in pressure situations and be on your team, regardless if you're trying to catch something in the pasture or trying to sort something out in a ranch rodeo, or, you know, going down the fence in a cow horse show. Just something that wants to be on your side. And there's a lot that goes into that, you know, preparation, but there's just something about one that bails you out that just builds so much faith. You just have so much faith in that horse, and trust that you feel like you can go into any situation and you're going to be fine. Nick?
Yep.
Yep.
Horse like Roy that can cow horse and then rodeo, and then he's 11 years old and you start running barrels on him, and then he wins both rounds of the rodeo. That's a good horse.
Miles, they're
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah. The barrel horse we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that horse, he probably wasn't anybody's favorite snaffle-bit fraternity horse, but he was competitive.
Yeah.
I made the non-pro finals on him. And then we've roped a few calves, break weight on him. Nick healed on him a little bit one time there, and
Yep. Me and Griff.
we've doctored cattle on him, and then it's like, well, hey, let's run some barrels on him, you know. And that horse, he may not be the absolute best at anything, but he can scare the best in a few places, you know. And when it comes down to it, he says, I'll put the effort in. He's fast-footed. He's never been crippled in his life, and
He was top horse.
yeah, he was top horse last year.
Run for a million champion.
Yep, my sister this past, when was that? August, yeah. Won the cowboy class, the run for a million, on the same horse that my wife just won both go-rounds of in the barrel racing. I mean, there's some diversity for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that horse, when my sister showed him, had never done a run-in pattern in the reining. And the last time he ran in the arena before the run for a million with a different rider was running in to run barrels. They got to have a good brain for that. And he's not the most docile horse, you know. He's got a motor, but he's the type of horse when you get on him, you know you can make a hand on him. You know that you can go get whatever job you need to do done on him. And he's a product of crossing our old school genetics. He's out of a daughter, he's an Eddie Hancock, that was out of a daughter, Smooth at Heart, which is the genetics that we've had since, goes back to genetics we've had since 1940, and then he's crossed on a son of one-time Pepto named One-Time Royalty that won the cutting fraternity in 2010. And man, it sure made for a awful good gelding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, good answer. All three of you are competitors, compete at very high levels in a couple different ways. One of the questions I liked was, what is something that helps you mentally prepare for competition?
I think everybody prepares for competition different. Some people need to be amped up, and then some people need to be real focused. You go in the warm-up pen, and one guy's dialed in, the other guy's joking around, and I think for everybody it's something different. And not to be too corny, but coming back to the horses, every horse is different, and every horse, that's why. Coming to something like watching, Clayton Etzel start that colt a couple years ago, and watching those guys, those Corey Pounds and Winston Hansma work those horses in the cutting last year. Two guys that have done it for a long time and had a lot of success, and then to be able to come watch Chris and Sarah train a horse. Training horses is not anything you can learn from a textbook. You got to understand what the horse is thinking and how they're feeling and what their emotions are like when they're doing something, and if they're going to want to do it again. And anyways, it's just, for me, I think I have to try to stay somewhat lighthearted. Don't think too much. Try to somewhere find a line between distracted and focused, I guess.
Lanham, Myles?
I just have to, for me, I try and just get to where if I go to putting too much significance on success, I don't think I'm as successful, The things you really want to be successful in is, being a good husband, a good father, and a good member of the family team, and a good Christian, and things like that. As long as you have those things in order, and then the pressure of success lessens, and it allows you to clear your mind and not let that pressure get to you. So I just have to try and get to a spot to where, hey, I want to win, and I'll do what it takes to win within my power. But if I don't win, it's okay. We get to do this. It's not a life or death situation.
I think both of them had good things. For me, preparing for competition mentally goes into the preparation of whatever I'm about to compete at. Preparing enough to get to a point where when the pressure's on and I'm reacting, I have the muscle memory, I have the horse prepared, or I have this or that to where my reaction is the positive outcome. I think it all comes from preparation to where it is just second nature that the way you react is going to, obviously it doesn't always work, but everything slows down enough for you that your reaction, I've already thought through how I'm going to react to situations so much in my mind that it's not a big deal, and it doesn't catch me by surprise, and I don't second guess myself. And I'm not saying I don't ever do those things, but when I find the most confidence is when I've prepared enough that it is a reaction. It's just go do it. It's not something you have to think through.
Oh, that's good. The favorite ranch rodeo event?
Probably the doctrine or the stray gather. Some of them. I like both of those.
Mine's a barrel racing.
Yeah. Stray gathering, those are fun. You get to time down, something that's pretty well directly correlated to real life and why the rodeo started in the first place?
Mine used to be the bronc riding. Since I've retired from that, I've moved on to really enjoying.
He's kind of let himself
What was your
go
favorite
since
bronc
then.
ride?
Oh, I don't know. There's too many to
Is that right?
put my finger on one of them. But
That's tough.
I was 91 up there at where was that?
Cheyenne.
Your imagination.
Up there in his
Up there
imagination.
in your frontal lobe.
This may, we'll end up with this one. This may be more, I don't know, you may have something to add. I won't cut you off from
No,
it.
go ahead. You're good.
One of the Brown, I don't know, mantras or things is that coming back as the next generation, you have to bring something with you back to the ranch, kind of start a business of your own or a project of your own. And I feel like we might have answered this already, but it is one of the questions. What do you think, or what was yours coming back to the ranch, and has that changed at all?
Yeah, the horse program.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Has that changed at all? Was that your plan coming in, and has that changed at all?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There was a horse program.
Yeah, there was a horse program. Just adding, kind of getting into the performance horse world and taking it to I'm not going to say a higher level, but a different level of, just kind of expanding and having a little more variety than, hopefully, upgrade some genetics and combine them with what has worked for a long time. And, that's what we're working on day in and day out.
Myles?
What was the question?
I remember Grandma and Granddad saying to our parents, and our parents passed it down to us, that if you come back to the ranch, you can either, if a job's open, you can either work for the ranch or / you can bring a business plan back to grow the ranch. Mm-hmm. And so what was that for you?
Man, I don't know that I ever had that much foresight. I've just tried to focus on improving myself,
Yeah.
I mean, like just trying to get better. And it seems like sometimes that you're like, man, I'm not doing very good. But then you look back 5 or 6 or 8 years and you look at what you can do now versus what you used to could do, and how easy it is for you to do it, whether it's starting colts or showing or roping or whatever. And so I think if you'll just focus on trying to do the best that you can do and trying to learn all you can about what you're wanting to do, good things will just come from that. Instead of focusing on the end result, focus on the process there a little bit. That's what I've tried to do.
Do you have anything on that? I didn't want to cut you out of it if you did. Being one of the married ends,
Maybe I was.
I don't know what that's like.
Yeah. Maybe I was brought back.
He's Emily's
There you go.
project.
You were Emily's project.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
There was another good one that I need to find right here. Okay.
He brought in the ability to rope hind feet.
We needed that.
Yeah.
We told Emily we needed a bronc
Yep.
rider or somebody that can heel feet.
Yep.
Say that, Mike.
And if he's got a good personality, that's a plus.
Okay.
We got some.
That
of
was
it. We got
shaky.
some of it. We got some of it.
The healing and the personality are both very debatable.
Okay. What are some of the hurdles? This is the last one. I like this question. What are some of the hurdles or biggest challenges you have faced in horsemanship journey, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I think anybody that has trained horses enough is always, not always, but gets to different points throughout your process that you question your abilities or your talent, and or whatever you start second guessing yourself and questioning, asking yourself, can I do this, and why am I doing this, and should I just go do something else? I mean, that I think anybody that's done it enough probably asks themselves that question at some point you know, when it's not working very well. But when it does all work out, it makes it that much sweeter, I guess. And so just surrounding yourself with people that build you up and have confidence in you and believe in you and are in your corner to get through those times would be the best advice I would have on that.
The hardest hurdle, I think, for a lot of us is staying mentally fresh enough to where when you go to work with a horse, you're there. Like you're not thinking about something else. You almost have to let everything else you're working on go away. And you have to focus on what that horse needs that day in that moment. And when you do it that way, you love it. You want to be there. You want to be present. And then life gets at you and you're working that horse thinking about something else. And you're just working that horse similar to how you ride a bike. You're not going to get the same results that way. So that's the hardest part is, you know, staying passionate about it. Staying passionate about improving and not getting complacent in, you know, I train a pretty good horse, so I kind of know what I'm doing, I think. Once you get there, it may take a minute, but you will quit being as competitive at some point. You have to keep forcing yourself to learn and to love the job and the lifestyle. Yeah,
Has
that's the hard-
confidence ever been an issue?
Confidence? For me? No.
I didn't figure.
No. No. Yeah, no, I mean, confidence, you know, like I always think of they talk about the reining, showing in the reining. The biggest reining runs I've ever had, you're so uncomfortable running one that fast. And it takes a lot of confidence because you just feel like this horse there ain't no way he's going to slow down. We're running so hard, there's no way this thing's going to stop. But in those moments of hanging it out there, that's when something incredible can happen to earn a lot of points. And it takes confidence to do it, but it took me a long time to muster the confidence up. Yeah, it's a growing process, you know.
Of just being in it? I mean, just
Yeah,
competing?
Yeah,
getting in it?
yeah. I mean, just trips in the pen.
Trips in the
You
pen.
can't. You got to get in there. You know, I mean, people come so often. They come to their first horse show, and they suck, and they're disappointed. And it's just like, come on, I'm not saying you can't be disappointed that you didn't do better, but surely you didn't expect to do great your first time.
Mm-hmm.
What they're a little bit disappointed with is they thought that, you know, really probably is they thought that doesn't look that hard. And what they found out is that's pretty hard. And so some people get addicted to trying to, you know,
Figure it out.
and
Yeah.
some people give up. You have to have a pretty high level of stick to it, you know, to do this. And fortunately, the three of us, again, it's not the end result. It's the challenge of bettering ourselves and bettering our horses. That's what gets me up in the morning.
I mean, you said the three of us, but there's four here. Is that like?
Well, I cut you out of it.
Oh, okay. I was just seeing. If I was maybe one of those three.
I would have just left that a little vague,
I
Tucker.
didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if maybe I was gonna. I mean, earlier you said you loved your families, and I'm one of those. So, like, Myles loves me.
Sorry.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for. Yeah, that's brought to you by Ag Gear. Except unless Nick has something on a hurdle. Nick, you got a hurdle on horse showing or confidence advice?
I would just, I guess, echo what they said too. You know, the horse world can teach you so much about life, and again, not to sound too corny, but you know, I've had a lot of good conversations with these guys and other members of my family that are ate up with the horse world, and I truly believe that if it's something that you're passionate about, there's so many dividends in life, things that you learn, you know, that go back to being a good parent, being a good son or daughter, or, you know, husband or wife or whatever. I mean, it's just to take a horse and try to get them to do something that they don't know, you know, they have no reason to do, what you're asking them to, and then to get them to do it pleasantly and happily, and do it again and again, and then inevitably you screw it up, you make them mad, you make them hate what they're doing, and, you know, like you said, sticking to it, getting on them again the next day and trying to put it back together. There's just so many life lessons to be learned, and I mean, those to me are the hurdles, I guess, and just things that you learn as you go, you know, that are hard, but it's very valuable lessons.
Yeah, that was good.
Burnout is a real thing in the horse training world. Anything to do with horses. I listened to a podcast the other day. It was Charlie Crawford's podcast, and he asked Trevor Brazil one time. You know, he just sees how hard he works at it, and he asked him, you know, he said, what do you do to keep from getting burned out on this deal? And I thought this was pretty good. You know, he's expecting some long answer that, you know, whatever. And he said, I ride good horses. And as simple as that sounds, if it's a lot easier to get up in the mornings and go work those horses when they are good ones. If you get you a barn full of horses that are not fun to go work day in and day out, it becomes dreadful. And so
Are those the ones you?
come get a good one in March.
Are those the ones you send to me?
Yeah.
Those are the ones. Okay, I figured so. Just the ones that buck,
But not Trump.
but not Trump.
Trump. That's the one that slipped by him.
Yeah, Trump slipped by him, and that's why. Yeah, he'd been in the snaffle bit if it hadn't slipped through your hands.
Right.
What was that face?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, that's good. All right, we're gonna end it here with either favorite Bible verse or life advice. What do you got?
Let's go this way.
You gonna start with Lanham, or what?
Good.
Way? Okay.
Start with me.
Yep.
Oh,
Don't let what you want cause you to use bad judgment.
Classic.
go ahead.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, you know, I did a podcast with you here, a year ago or whatever, and I hate to use the same Bible verse, but, you know, it's in 2 Peter 3, but, you know, a day with the Lord one day with the Lord is as 1,000 years with man, and it helps me when I think about that. Keep in mind that a lot of the things that we think really matter in the moment of our own selfish desires, it's just, it don't amount to much. You know, a fraternity championship. I mean, it's a big deal, whatever, but in the grand scheme of things, people will forget. It's not a big deal. And don't make an idol out of it, you know? I mean, there's things that are worth worrying about, and there's things that aren't. And I think that we just need to be aware of that, you know? And the thing about it is you'll forget, maybe every day. Put yourself in a place that you remind yourself every day, and you'll probably be all right. Yeah, good luck.
I dig it.
How do you follow that? I guess my favorite. Sorry, is that too loud? I just kind of yelled for a second.
No.
The Basco came out in me.
Sheep herder.
Yeah. Favorite Bible verse, I guess, for I guess the last probably year or so, is from Philippians 2, I think. I'll paraphrase because I don't know it by heart, but basically it says, "Don't be selfish and try to impress others. Be humble and put others before yourself." And you know, I think if you listen to podcasts and self-improvement things and listen to people that have been successful competitively, a lot of times, you know, there's lessons to the effect of you have to be overconfident, and so it's always, you know, trying to tread the line between being humble but feeling like you know, deserve to be there. And so just for me, it was kind of got to a point where I was just like Myles said, enjoy the process, do it because you love it. If you win things, great. If you don't, you know, it's more about the kind of person you are. And how others feel when they're around you, I guess. Mm-hmm. So.
And the hope that when you do lose that it's okay, but then the hope that, but what about next time? We'll probably get them next time. You know, that
Burns a little bit.
but that optimism, like, you know, you got to have that optimism that even when it doesn't go right, you're like, oh, I'm going to go home and work harder at it. You know, that you got to have some of that. So the losses oftentimes are what lead to your victories, right? I mean, they really do.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right, so the sale is on.
I've been saying March 12th, which is clearly wrong. So
9th and 10th.
the 10th.
Horse show on the 9th. Horse sale, action pack day, Tuesday the 10th.
Okay.
And bull sale.
Wednesday,
Bull sale the next day.
11th.
And female sale. Yeah, that's great. Well, thanks, gents. Good to have
Thank
you
you,
on the
Tucker.
pod.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Always like to thank Myles. Something you said, always talking about that horse. You know, he's not great at anything, but he'll scare the ones that are good or are great. I like to think that's what Lanham thinks about me sometimes. He's not real good at anything, but he might scare you every now and then. So,
Never mind.
I'm going to turn off his mic now. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for being on. And if they have questions about horses, what do they need to do?
They need to call Myles. Or
Yeah, let's put the number out there.
Call him on his flip phone.
Yeah, what do they need
No,
to do?
no, we can, we're working on finishing up the catalog, and that'll be sent out soon. So if you would like a copy of the catalog, there's a spot on the website. Find the email on there. We'll get you a catalog.
What's the website?
rabrownranch.com. Find us on Facebook, Instagram. There's a lot of ways to get a hold of us. So if you want to come out, hang out, sell, you want a catalog to look through, or if you want to talk about any of the individual horses, we'll have numbers specifically with those horses in that catalog. And so you can call whoever's riding that horse or whoever owns that horse directly and chat with them about, the details and more about that horse.
Sounds good. I'm going to put your number out there for fun so that they call. Isn't there a Facebook page?
Yes. R.A. Brown Ranch Friends and Family Horse Sale. Family and friends.
And
Beans and
that's
rice,
just showing
rice and
all
beans.
that's just showing all the horses in the sale.
Yes.
Or that's the plan anyway.
Yep.
No, that's great. All right, thanks, gents. If you hadn't been to the sale, hadn't been to the Ranchers Rendezvous, we hope you come out March 9th, 10th, and 11th, and not the 12th. You can hang in the 12th, that's fine, but at least come those other 3 days too, and enjoy the fun, enjoy the food, being around people who are going to make you better, and that's what we really have enjoyed making this event for everyone, the kids, the parents, the grandparents, and that's what it's all about. So, thanks, guys, for being on the Registered Ranching Podcast, and make sure and check out, give the show a 5-star review. You can watch it on YouTube. If you're only listening, make sure you go and check it out on YouTube. You can watch it. And we have some lineups that Mike and I have been working on of some folks who are going to be on the podcast the rest of the year. Really excited about. A couple of them, some rodeo announcers, some TV show personalities. Chelsea Etzel's going to be here this week to do it.
What about your tour dates?
My tour dates, you like those?
You got any tour dates?
Yeah, I'm going to be heading to NCBA. When's that, 3 weeks? 2 weeks? And then Ranchers Rendezvous, I'm going to be there in March.
Yep.
And then going to Wisconsin. To go speak. You got some or what? Were you wanting me to ask
No,
you?
no.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if you had any tours. Autographs are $5? That's right. Oh, no, that's good. All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, we'll have to get you on again.
Thank you.
Myles, I don't know. I thought I had something and I didn't. I thought I had something. You've been listening to the
Mustache stomped
Registered.
him, the mustache got him.
Yeah, You've been listening to the Registered Ranching Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Lanham Brown, Myles Brown, and Nick Eguren. Give them a holler if check it out online, rebrownranch.com. Hope to see you at the sale March 9th, 10th, and 11th. But until then, folks, we love you. God bless. Y'all stay classy and ranch on them.